Do you want to help more people with your message? Do you want to work with your dream clients without feeling like you have to chase anyone or convince anyone? Do you want to charge your worth and attract people who appreciate what you have to offer? If that's so, then I'm super excited to share with you how you can build a profitable funnel and develop an evergreen webinar system so that you can fill up your coaching business so much that you'll even need a wait list because people are lined up around the block to work with you. No, you don't need 1 million followers and you don't need to be super techy. You just need to be coachable. So I hope you're here with a paper and pen ready to learn more. But first, I want to share with you in 30 seconds or so a little bit more about myself and who I've helped and why you can listen with total confidence to what I have to say. As soon as that quick introduction passes, we're here ready to dive right in so I can share with you exactly what works, where I pull back the curtain on my business so that you can copy my great strategies and implement everything that works today.
Hi, I'm Eileen Harris, an entrepreneur and Cuban American. When I started as an entrepreneur, I had little resources, so I quickly learned how to work smart. I experienced lots of headaches and setbacks when I started, but today, everything is different. I've got clients in over 20 countries, I've traveled the world, and I want to show you how to do the same. In this community, you will gain amazing training and inspiration to build a business of your dreams and a great lifestyle to go with it. Whether you're an entrepreneur with lots of ambition and experience or you have just started your entrepreneurial journey, you've come to the right place. Remember, you can have it all.
Welcome back. Let's dive right in so that you no longer have to play this cruel game of hide and seek with your ideal clients. I absolutely love getting my coaching clients with automated webinar sales funnels because I can just add a ton of value. Nobody is on some lengthy, salesy, pushy, script-filled call that's going to make them super uncomfortable. They can watch it in a judgment-free zone. They can watch the replay over and over again. They can take notes. They can be in the comfort of their own home. They can really absorb the content at their own pace. And so I absolutely love it. I love that it allows people to just work at their own schedule, at their own pace. I mean, the benefits are endless. When you are building up a system for coaching, you do have to think about a few different things. First of all, coaching clients do not necessarily have to come from a webinar that sells coaching packages, okay? There are going to be people who need help, they need support, and they don't necessarily need to go through that funnel and that process. I have had so many coaching clients that have come because they bought my e-course. They went through a funnel that was selling my e-course and they reached out to support saying, I need to work with her one-on-one. I got so much value out of this. Imagine if she just specifically looked at my business and helped me break down X, Y, and Z. So a lot of low-ticket items actually helped me close high-ticket clients. And so that's an interesting way about your funnel. So I want you to think about the continuity beyond your funnel, not just thinking of ad, webinar, sale, because that's really what it is, but it can be so much more. And so especially if you've got a low ticket item, that low ticket item can exist literally just to help you cover the cost of ads. So if enough people buy a low ticket item, then it offsets your costs. And then you've got your email list that you can build trust so that they can know, like, and trust you. And they can get super excited then about upgrading when they're ready to your coaching services. And so, yes, you can, and I do it too, go ad, webinar, sale, but you can also do your ad or any other kind of promotion and do your webinar training. And instead of your coaching sale, they can buy an e-course, they can go to an event, they can keep consuming your content, they can send you a referral. Like, there's just so many different options that I absolutely love it. As long as you've got this thing going continuously, you don't have to deal with this pendulum between feast and famine because suddenly, oh my goodness, there's so many clients and referrals and I'm buzzing and I went to this event and I met all these people and wow, this is just amazing, versus where'd everybody go? I hear crickets. Oh my goodness, is my business needing to shut down? What do I do? What needs to happen next? And so that can be a really stressful place for an entrepreneur to be. Honestly, the best solution is prevention. You want to make sure that you are consistently promoting your business. If your coaching business is full, then start a wait list, then create a group program, then sell e-courses and keep building your list so that when it reopens, then you've got a list of people that are excited. You can still have people put down a deposit and sign up for the next quarter or something like that. And a lot of people might be watching this like, what? I don't know about a wait list. I wish I had clients, period. And let me tell you, that is okay, because this helps you no matter where you are, whether you're saying to yourself, how do I make sure I fill up my program in advance, or how do I fill it up, period. This is the process for you. I have several other videos on this exact same topic. I highly encourage you to watch those. I'll share those in the description below. And I've also included a webinar funnel training so that you can see a little bit more of how it works. But what you really need to know is that you are taking someone from stranger to a client to a customer. Coaching is a little bit of a unique situation in the funnel, though, because now they're going to be working with you directly. This isn't like selling something else and you're talking about something else. This is really a relationship you're building. So you don't just want a webinar. You want a webinar that gives an example of what it's like working with you. You want a webinar that teaches people what your teaching style is. So if you've got workbooks in your coaching program, why don't you throw in a freebie in your evergreen webinar and give them a taste? You know, a lot of people say, oh no, I save my best stuff for after people pay. And let me tell you something. Imagine if you went grocery shopping and they gave you a sample of a pie they want you to buy, but they gave you the burnt part and they said, well, that's free. Obviously, it'll taste so much better after you pay for it. And all you can think of now is that you've associated that flavor and that taste with that brand name. And so you want to make sure that whether it's free or paid, you leave a good taste in people's mouths, okay? And so think about your webinar as another free consultation, as another way that people are working with you, so that you treat it with the utmost respect. You don't just think, whatever, it's free. Whatever, you know, they'll get through it. They get what they get. No, this is an example of what it's like working with you. So make it a great one. And that includes the onboarding. And so here's an example of what a process could look like to get coaching clients using evergreen webinars and funnels. I love webinar funnels because I get to leave people better than I found them, whether they buy from me or not. I get to teach about a topic I love. I get to highlight my clients and give them a shout out for doing great work. I get to share examples. I get to dispel myths. I get to talk about misconceptions. And so I actually think it's really helpful and it's really fun for me to do. And so for me, it is part of my love language. I absolutely love this stuff. And so you want to start at the beginning. So I've put Facebook ad as an example, but truly promotion is what you want to see. A referral, attraction marketing. The idea is that people reach out to you instead of just talking to you immediately, directly. When people reach out to you, and instead of just hopping on the phone with them, the next step is for you to add value. Now, there's a lot of different ways. So you can have a video. And for instance, on this video, I'm going to have in the description the invitation to a webinar. So you can promote a video that promotes your evergreen webinar, for instance, because it's a way for us to keep the conversation going without me having to make a 3-hour video every single time. I may have blog posts in the description, for instance, and in that blog post, you'll see a ton of value. And within that value, you'd also have an opportunity to say, I love this topic. I'm going to dive in deeper and I'm going to check out this training. And you can also just go ahead and offer a call. That's a great way to start. When I started my business, I didn't even have a website. When I started my coaching business, I was meeting with people, and as I networked and I went to events I was going to go to anyways, as people brought up their pain points, I brought up solutions I had to offer. And they either came on as a client or they referred me business. And so now, thankfully, I've got a webinar. So what a webinar would do now is it would teach people. You would help them with their problem. You would present solutions. Now, remember, you've got to teach the what and the why. The how is for when they join your program. But when they go through the what and the why and you show them the connections between their problem and the solution that you have to offer, you can show testimonials, case studies, your signature system, all of that. Then the next thing that you need to do is have a strong call to action. You need to inspire people to take the next step. When people are stuck, sometimes as coaches, we get so excited about what we do, we forget what it was like when we were in that situation. And so if somebody right now is stuck, they are not inspired, they are not very motivated, they are not taking action, they're not showing up for themselves, that type of person is going to need an extra nudge. And then some people end their webinars like, okay, click here now. Okay, bye. And I know that because that's how my first webinar went. But you know what? Even though my knees were shaking, even though I was so nervous and I felt so awkward, I still made a sale because I still added value and it still wasn't about me. And so sometimes we forget that how we feel is not necessarily a market reality. And so you want to inspire people to take the next step. And I don't want you to confuse that with being salesy or pushy. Being salesy or pushy is forcing someone to say yes to buy your package. I never force a sale. I never convince anyone. Anyone that has ever bought from me has been in their own free will and accord. And that has worked for me because I have customers in over 20 countries and email subscribers for days, okay, over 100,000 of them, and it will keep growing, absolutely. But I know that they understand that they simply got 100% of the information. And many times on a webinar, especially for a coaching package, especially if it's one of my coaching packages, you didn't get 100% of the information because now I need to hear your unique situation. For my one-on-one coaching, there is no button on my website to just join the program. I don't do that because I only enroll people into the program that I'm confident that I can help. Sure, I can't make crazy guarantees, and up to a certain point, you can help people with your coaching, and then they have to step up and show out and implement what they learn, of course, and they know that. But I like to have that Zoom call. I like to have that strategy session. And so you'll see it goes from the promotion to the webinar. Then you have a strong call to action so that somebody takes action. And from there, I send them to a sales page. Now, there's a lot of people that might want to roast me in the comments and say, don't send people straight to a sales page. You need to send them straight to the application. You don't want to distract them. Well, my ideal client needs the sales page. Maybe someone else's ideal client doesn't. But I have found that my ideal clients and a lot of different people in a lot of niches, they're very smart and there's a lot of things out there. So it's really great that you can quickly scan and review what it is that you're getting yourself into. So I absolutely love having that sales page. It's really great too because you can be really interactive on the sales page. You can show product mock-ups, like if you're going to give away workbooks or calls or things like that, and kind of make it more interactive. I remember I had a sales page once where I had exclusive bonuses. And so the price wasn't going up, but bonuses were going away. And then I had another time where, the price was going up. But after the price went up, I added other bonuses to keep it exciting as an offer even after the price went up. I remember for a sales page once, I just had a lot of different things I wanted to share with people. So I recorded a video and I put it at the very bottom of the page for frequently asked questions, which in of itself, it's me automating a whole other strategy session. So when people got on Zoom with me to speak with me, it wasn't for information, it was for confirmation. And then it was information for me because I got to learn more about their business, about their unique needs. And I only ever genuinely invite people that I could support. If I can't support you, I am going to tell you, hey, do X, Y, and Z, and then we'll talk. Or these are the places where I recommend that you go check out. And so on your sales page, if it's a one-on-one, I highly recommend they have a button for people to apply to work with you, okay? Then after your call, then you can invite them to buy, and your buy button will have a contract, all of that. If it's a group coaching program, however, you may want the interview. It just kind of depends on how much hot seat time and, how you design your group coaching program. And I've helped people design them this way. And once you design your group coaching program, you know who it's for and who it's not for. But if it's not that specific where there's going to be a live event, you're not worried about personalities clashing, and you think it's going to be fine if they're in there as a group, then on your sales page, you can literally have a button that has people join your group program. Now, if your group program is high ticket, which is possible too, you can still then promote your application so that they still get that VIP experience and you're able to make sure that they're the best fit before they make this investment. But at the end of the day, whether it's group coaching, one-on-one coaching, mid-tier, high ticket, they can still join your program. And you've got this perfectly built-in red velvet rope so that you're not just talking to everyone about anything. You're speaking to the people who not only are qualified to be your ideal client, but they're actually interested in joining your program. And this is just a really big deal for coaches to understand that it's not about chasing people. It's about having the right systems in place so that you fill up your program, even build a wait list of people wanting to work with you, and so much more. And so once you understand this process, it really simplifies marketing, because posting is not marketing. And sometimes you'll see me go days without posting on social media, and that's okay. That doesn't at all mean that my business isn't growing, that my list isn't growing, that, I'm not talking to different people. In fact, I'm recording this right now in the Dominican Republic. And so imagine the freedom that you can have when you have a very simple system that allows you to filter people. And some people are right for your program, they're just maybe not feeling that coachable right then and then. They're not going to take action. It's not a good point in their lives. You don't have to make it personal at all. You just have to have a really good system to promote your webinar. You have to have a great webinar, and you have to have a great ability to close. So let's review this for a second, because this is super important. First of all, if you want your clients on autopilot, then you're going to need a system on autopilot that helps you attract clients to you. And so I absolutely love freebies, webinars, and video series. I know we're talking about webinar funnels, evergreen webinars, automating your sales funnels and all of that, but I'm still okay with video series for certain niches. So for instance, if you were coaching very busy moms, they may not get through your webinar, but they might get through a series of videos or a series of MP3s that they can play while they're driving to pick up their kids from school. You've got to know your customer. And so in that sense, you can deliver essentially the same webinar just in 4 parts. For instance, a 4-part video series, you would still approach it just how I teach people to do webinars and how they can show up and show out, except it would be a 4-part video series. Then, of course, with your actual webinar that you're hosting, you could do it as a class, you can do it as a live, and you can automate it. I always recommend that people host something live before they automate it, because something's automated doesn't mean it's high converting. Remember, popular and profitable are not always in the same group. They're not always in the same WhatsApp group, like my husband would say. And so you definitely want to make sure that you are getting that together. Next, you want to have that sales page. And in the sales page, you want to copy, strategy, and conversions as part of your focus, okay? If you don't have that as part of your focus, if you're so into what colors it is, what design, or, I think it's too long, or I think it's too little, there's no such thing as too long. Don't assume everybody's going to read every single word. Some people might want to skim, and you praising the same thing over and over in different ways might give people a chance to understand something later on in your sales page that maybe didn't stand out to them earlier on. But more on that another day, okay? So you promote your digital asset, which is your webinar. Then from your webinar, take people to your sales page. After the sales page, of course, you want to follow up. And you want to follow up with your emails, and that also helps you increase engagement. That keeps people in the conversation, that keeps them excited about what it is that you're talking about. And then, of course, you want to close. My favorite way is a strategy session, because to me, that is a very no risk, low barrier way to close people. And for me to confirm this is actually somebody who is going to be a really great fit working one-on-one with me. That is so important for your business. You don't want that one client that is draining you, makes you hate your business, and then you take it out on all your other clients. You don't want that one client that drains you. It is not a good fit, and rightfully so, they're draining you because you told someone you shouldn't have that it's a good fit to work together. More on that another day. But I think that strategy session is key. It is essential, and it allows the client to agree to accept the support. That's really important, because you don't want to dive in deep and start coaching somebody without their permission. So to me, when somebody joins my coaching program, that's them giving me permission to pull back the curtains and give them tough love or supportive love or whatever it is that they need, and just be honest with them and say, hey, this is what you need to do so that you can succeed. And I know that this is a process that at first you might need to develop a lot of different skills and do a lot of different things. You know what? Dive in deep to this webinar training I have below. I'm practicing what I preach, so I'm showing you something that you can have in your own business so that you can get coaching clients. But more importantly, I break down for you what processes you need to automate in your business, what pages are the ones, specific pages that help you implement this part of it. I talk to you about the ads that have helped me grow my email list. I show you some examples. What does it look like if you have over 7,000 people in a webinar, over 30,000 people in a webinar? You want to make sure that all those things are in place so that you can succeed with your online business, because people need what you have to offer. So there's absolutely no value in you hiding and being shy anymore. Even if you're awkward, even if you're new, we all start from zero. Time is going to pass anyway. Dive right in and share your message with the world. You had this entrepreneurial inkling. You've got those butterflies in your stomach. You've got that gut feeling that this is what you're meant to do with in your life. Then you need to go do it. You need to go and make it happen because people need what you have to offer. And so go ahead, check out those resources below. I'm also going to share a free training with you on how it is that you can get high ticket coaching clients. And so you want to learn more about the webinar funnel, but you'll also want to dive in deep on how to get high ticket coaching clients, because that's going to help you feel more confident in charging your worth. And you're going to see what you need to tweak about your webinar promotion strategy for those high ticket clients, so that with less sales, you can make more money and have a bigger impact and dive in deeper with your coaching clients for a lengthier period of time rather than just quick things. And I'll also share some cool blog posts in there too. So the help is here. I want you to be coachable, have an open heart, and have an open mind, because it is possible. If I did it, you can too. My clients did it, you can too. This is in your heart. I know you're going to crush it.